How you doing? This is G Sing here to talk about Baoding balls. I've been using Baoding balls for a long time. Anyone who studies seriously with me uses Baoding balls. I've got a bunch of videos with me out there using them, but I don't really tell you how to use them. There's lots of different ways, but as I can convey to you the skill, there's a little anecdote that you might want to know about. When I was using them in public, I've been using them for the last 4 years, extensively for what they're able to do. I was told by a person from Asia who saw me using them that I had skill. I asked her why. She thought I had skill. She said because when you're able to manipulate the balls and keep them separate, that's when you're displaying a certain amount of skill and dexterity. I've since then been able to convey the importance of them and the use of them to many people, to include the famous Dr. George Love, and now he uses it after giving him a small demonstration of the power that comes from it externally. And the internal stuff is obvious also, but later he did more research and found that the internal aspects of using the Baoding balls opens up the blood flow through the brain, so much so that a significant amount of blood is going to the brain during the usage of it. Others say that the idea of balancing yin and yang are important and can be used there too. What meager understanding I have of it is using smaller balls and larger balls. I've been able to move up to having a pound ball. So these are 1 pound a piece. And I've also had the opportunity to use, or to learn to use, the 2 pound or 1.5 pound balls. Okay? Supposedly when you rotate the balls in your right hand from right to left, you're doing, in the way that I'm doing it, you're stimulating your yin vessel. When you're in your left hand, left to right, you're stimulating your right vessel. You can do them both the same way in both hands. You can do them this way, or you can do them that way, as you can see me doing them. Left and right hands are important, so you want to do them left and right hands. You hear in the background some entrainment music. That is to stimulate my chakras, and that's why it's there. Okay, so what can you do with the balls? As you notice, I had them separate. Mostly when you first get them, just when they're a pound, you have to keep them together to keep them doing anything. Okay, it took me a while to be able to do it so I can manipulate them and not have them touch at all. Okay, that's for me pretty good. You can do them this way also, where they're vertical and backwards vertical. Okay, you can do it so they're pointed downward, okay, which I practice a lot of. Excuse me. I close it down, I'm squatting, so here and back across here. As you can see, manipulating the arm that way takes a little bit of work. And then back around this way. And then of course, doing it the opposite direction, vertical, and then this way. Okay? Doing them in both hands has a good amount of coordination that needs to be done when you're doing it this way also. I do this normally in constant breathing, so I would normally hold my breath or do a focused breathing exercise where I hold my breath and do a set of 36. And that was pushing them forward and left, backward and forward the same way. You might see my eyes starting to close. When I'm doing these in meditation, it actually sets me off to a whole different realm. So when I'm normally doing breathing that goes along with it. My body now is kind of accustomed to pretty much zoning out and turning my eyes back to my third eye when I'm doing this type of exercise. You can mix the exercise up and join it with the bigger balls, which I do from time to time. And that also helps stimulate and give a certain amount of strength that's beyond what most people understand fingers can do. I'm able to do a lot of things now that I work with Baoding balls. Most of it's for internal health. Internal health is good, finally. But the other part of it is it gives you great external strength throughout the fingers. So much so you can take apples and crush them in your hands after just a little bit of work, working with them. After years, even though you may not think you can, it helps you do the same thing to a larger extent, strong fingers. Mostly it's just focusing. When I work the dummy that's behind me, I think you can see it. The dummy that's behind me, the wood dummy, it's hemped. And when I work that dummy, I hit it with my bare knuckles and hands, mostly knuckles and fingers, actually. When I'm able to do that, I'm able to do it because I work the Baoding balls, which I think, aside from a scientific Western point of view, I'm just allowing blood to flow freely through my hands, so my hands feel heavy and they feel swollen, and that's good. What can I say? That's probably what you should be doing. If you want to take these balls and do them for silk rilling, you can silk rill using the balls, using the teacup method. Okay, and then you can do it together. Now, the last one, the teacup. The more difficult teacup is when you're doing them alternating. This is great work for your shoulders. With the big balls, you can do it this way. And what I suggest is with the little balls, do them when you are actually spinning them. So I spin the balls. Say I'm doing one hand, I spin them one way, and I keep spinning them in my hands as I'm doing the reverse, the clockwise and counterclockwise silk rilling or teacup. Great work for your shoulders. I mean, it doesn't get much better than doing this for your shoulders. I had a really bad right shoulder for a while, and it got really better doing these exercises. Your fingers get stronger, manipulation through your palms gets stronger, everything gets stronger. I would recommend that you do these exercises. I would say every day, or at least every other day, to increase the fascia in your body. Fascia is the connective tissue between tendons and muscles and joints. It's the thing that allows you to use the maximum musculature in your body to effect a forceful expression of power. So you get really good doing this stuff. Well, I just wanted to show you what the Baoding balls are for, and that the heavier they are, the better they are. Okay? And that also, so that's what you're taking away with. You're working so you can work them. The heavier they are, the heaviest ones you can work them in such a way that you're able to keep them separate no matter what direction that you're pulling them, as opposed to touching. And again, I hope this helps people out with use of the Baoding balls. There's a lot of other great stuff that goes with it, but if you want to learn more about the actual TCM, traditional Chinese medicine benefits for using this, go talk to Dr. George Love, my master in Qigong. Talk to him about it. He has done some massive research, and he has the technical and academic skill to validate what I'm talking about. Meantime, though, as you can see, it being used properly. Again, you see me in the seated posture. Okay, obviously you can do this anywhere, and of course you're mastering a lot of things here. So, without ado, Thank you so much for watching the video. Bye-bye.